Welcome in, everybody, to the Nexus Gaming Series. On the left-hand side, we have the members of Liquid Metal in our Division E West matchup. We've got, I'm actually going to go ahead and cheat this really quickly. We've got Sir Trick Peak? Trick Peak? I'm not 100% sure on that. Is going to be on the Cassia. Sugar Man will be on the Muradin. Shane will be on the Stukov. Brian O'Neill is going to be on the Hogger. And Pad, I think, is going to be on the Vala. For the right-hand side, we have the members of the Mosley and the Arconauts. I had to look that one. Oh, look over at the monitor for that one. We got Arco on the May, Rusty on the Brightwing, Mosley on the Leoric, Miding on the Tassadar, and Robbie Black on the Lily. A Lily going into this game. Okay. Let's get into this. How do we join those quick match games, the viewer games? I actually have a bot, and you will literally be able to type in chat !join. I'll have to make like a link to the website, but if you go to bahamut.tv, there's actually a little explanation on that website of exactly what you need to do. But !join will be the command tomorrow morning, and it's actually got like a whole bot queue list and everything. It's really, really cool. It was donated to us by the wonderful Big Scary Duck. So it's all programmed, it's ready to go. It's obviously turned off now, so if you do the !join, it's not going to do anything. But let's go ahead and get into this first game in our first best of 3 of the day. We are going to be having this really good dive control comp from the side of Liquid Metal. And in the opposing side, I would say this is more control through and through with some poke damage. So there's going to be some decent setup through the May and the Leoric. But I would expect that like that burst. I don't think we're going to be looking at like some crazy dive from the members of Mosley and the Arconauts. This is mostly going to be Liquid Metal stepping in consistently here. Oops, sorry, move my mouse. I was trying to move the glass so I didn't knock it off my table, and I managed to bump the mouse cord. Either way, the big thing is you're going to see a lot more, in my opinion, of Liquid Metal diving in to the side of Mosley and the Arconauts to try and make these plays happen. As Robbie takes a lot of damage, first blood goes over to Liquid Metal as Arco is getting low on this point, trying to sustain themselves, will go down as well. Good Blizzard locks down a few, but unfortunately Tassadar's not able to find a kill as the Stormbolt will be short of Sugarman. 1, 2, 3 sappers go into the sidewall and the tower right there, and that'll open things up a little bit for this bottom lane. I didn't talk about this yesterday when I was casting, and someone actually asked in chat, so I'm going to start bringing this back because I know a lot of you know this concept, but some people might not know the concept of Towers of Doom and why bottom lane is highly prioritized over, let's say, top lane, because top lane has a sapper camp. Why bottom lane? The reason we go for bottom lane control is because there are 2 sapper camps. Forehead. Bahamut, you're so smart. But it's not only that, everybody. It's because of the fact of where the altars are spawning on the map as well. You have an altar here in this mid portion, as I like to call it, and you also have an altar in the bottom of the map. Now, if you take the... Hold on, that's a really good shock ray from Tassadar and the members of Mosley and the Arconauts are going to find themselves a kill of their own. But the thing I wanted to point out here is if you're controlling the bell tower, let's say the members of Liquid Metal convert this right side bell tower over, then when the bottom lane bell tower comes up or this mid lane bell tower comes up, it's a lot more difficult for the enemy team to rotate into these objective phases due to the fact of their rotations being telegraphed. And by that I mean the members of Mosley and the Arconauts, if they lost their bottom lane bell tower, would have to come through the sapper camp corridor or directly through the center of the map. They won't be able to rotate through the bottom because the bell tower would hit them and stall things out and also showcase their rotation. So it's a tactic, and the reason we hold the bottom lane on this map. The third factor is back to those double sapper camps. Once you hold this lane over, your bruiser does double rotations between top and mid, soaking up, and you rotate one of your ranged assassins out. They grab the sapper camp, you push that in, 3 potential shots in your favor. So those are the key factors of Towers of Doom in this bottom lane. As Arco goes out, slows will persist onto Sir on this Cassia. I'm just going to shorten it to Sir because that's a little bit easier to say. I'm not sure what the TK PK is going to be. Total kill, party kill? Oh, I should have asked Kyle, because Kyle was mentioning that he has a GM portion where he talks about like GM skills. Should have asked him what's the proper way to like kill your party very fast. So that's, I mean, I feel like that's a key GM tool to know. The last of the bell tower from the first phase will be channeled into the side of Mosley and the Arconauts, and they will take 8 shots while the side of Liquid Metal takes 4 themselves. Oh, we got some. Yeah, no, the join does not work currently. The queue is currently closed. You just do nothing and wait for them to run into lava. Shrug. Why are people running into lava? Hey Chaz, what's up, bud? Good to see you. We're casting all day today. We're doing a bunch of casting today. If I can sneak into some of these CCL scrims, I will, but I don't know if I'm allowed to sneak into those. I'm gonna bug the teams off stream. Well, first things first, I'm gonna ask the CCL staff if it's okay to ask the teams about that. But I would love to cast more CCL scrims too. We are gonna get into we're getting towards the end of season 1. Oh man, this is great use of the lurking arm. You can see right there, it's silencing the sapper, stopping them from actually getting the charge. Wait a minute. Chat, did you see that as well? Stukov's lurking arm works on his friendly sappers? Was I seeing that right? Am I crazy? Usually, like, I've read things backwards, but is that correct? Stukov's lurking arm silences his own sappers? I know you can do it on the opposing side to stop them from charging. That's why they were sitting in front of that front gate. Or were they, you know what, it could have been the bug where they get stuck in the front gate. That's possible as well. I'm not sure. I have to go back and watch it. 69 viewers, very nice, very nice. I never have my viewership open, so I have no idea how many how many people are ever watching the stream. But big shout out to A-Move TV for the raid as we were getting into this, and once again, thank you so much for having me on for Into the Nexus. If you missed the episode, you can obviously catch it through A-Move TV on their Twitch channel, or you can check out the podcast that does release on all of their podcasting platforms. I believe they usually get it up like later tomorrow morning or like late tonight or something like that. It's very, very quick with the upload. Or I might be wrong on that completely. It might be up next week. But either way, if you enjoy that podcast, actually, you know what? If you enjoy podcasts in general and you're not listening into the Nexus, you're missing out quite a bit. So I highly recommend you check that out. A lot of good information. I was joyfully able to ramble about Here's the Storm for like an hour and 45 minutes. So hey, I had a good time. Really good split from the side of Mosley and the Arconauts to avoid the Stormbolt from Murden. The channel still goes over to the side of Liquid Metal, but they are dropping members left and right. That's going to be a triple kill for the side of Mosley and the Arconauts, as they have 24 HP on their core versus the 36 on the opposing side. It's kind of buggy. Wait, what was kind of buggy? Only Bandit can tell me what to do? Well, Bandit's a really, really big fan of Into the Nexus, so if you are, if you like things Bandit likes, then, yeah. Oh, what's buggy is the sapper, sorry. I ask things of chat, and then I completely forget what I ask of them. It's one of those days, obviously. 10's up on both sides. It is going to be a black hole from the Tassadar, and we will be seeing Portapult from the Hogger. This was brought up on the Into the Nexus, actually, and I didn't think about this whatsoever. And Kyle kind of put it perfectly. I think it was Kyle, where it's like, haha, we got Hogger's Hortapult as a disengage tool, but like, it's the same cooldown, maybe a little bit more range than Sonya's Leap, so I feel like either way. I mean, but there, yeah, and also as Garrett said at that point too, like there's a lot more finesse or play after that Hortapult. You got to be able to get the staggering blow into the wall to follow up the stun, which is great. You can get a lot of value from that, but it's just you got to be able to land those things. Either way, let's continue into this map here. We are on Towers of Doom for our first best of 3 of the day with Liquid Metal in the advantage spot when it comes to core health. Single altar phase through the bottom lane. This is exactly what I was talking about. If one of the bell towers was converted, let's say the red side bell tower was converted, the members of Mosley and the Arconauts would have to rotate through this, just the dead center of this map. They wouldn't be able to rotate through their bell tower or through this bottom lane, and it would have been an opportunity for the side of Liquid Metal to kind of catch the enemy in the rotation, fight in the lane, or even stall them out before the channel happens. But not going to be the case. Let's go ahead and show everyone's favorite thing, some APM, as we do have an Ice Wall on the left-hand side. Brightwing taking a lot of damage. Robbie going to pop the Water Dragon. Great Emerald win from the Brightwing to keep Rusty and Robbie alive. Meanwhile, this Tassadar goes down to the ball lightning. Shane's able to get a flailing swipe. May pops the Cryo Freeze. Hogger going to hog wild around. Arco getting very low, has to use the icing to disengage. This Cassia low, but gets healed up at the last second from the Stukov with that healing pathogen. Sugarman trying to zone for the friendly team. Rusty and crew looking to enter in, but Shane gets the channel, and that'll be 36 to 20 HP in favor for the side of Liquid Metal as we continue into Towers of Doom. But I say this always, chat. It's Towers of Doom. It's anyone's game. We'll have to see if late game talents change anything, or if there's any sort of team fight change or team fight. I don't know, advantage that they eventually find. I couldn't think of the right word to say, and I was also just like, wow, this Hogger got caught out. But I liked the read coming out from Liquid Metal saying, all right, Hogger's dead in mid, and they've on the, Hogger's dead in mid, and the opposing side has sacrificed or utilized 5 heroes to get that kill. Let's move in as a group through bottom lane on the side of Liquid Metal, get the bell tower converted, grab some sappers, and try and hold the lane over. Because on the side of Liquid Metal, all they need right now is 4 bell towers to end the game. The next altar phase is double in the top portion of the map. Could be theirs if they're able on the side of Liquid Metal to grab both, but looks like Liquid Metal's not going to prioritize regaining control of bottom, going to try and open up mid lane, and this, out of all 3 lanes, has the least priority in my opinion. You have easy rotations, any which way, as Mosley gets caught out trying to dump the Entomb. I think it was a miscommunication through the rotation, because now that I see that the Mei is up here, the Leoric went a little too quickly on the rotation, but Vala's going to be traded out. Murd in a bit of an awkward spot, way too far out in lane, should go down to the damage of the enemy team. Flailing swipe from Shane will not be enough. Slows from the Leoric might actually amplify the potential for this chase kill, and we're actually seeing Arco. Look at them trying to head them off. Not going to work out. Wraithwalk from the Leoric, but no Entomb for 15 seconds, so the double altar phase comes up. Only 4 shots out from either side. Cassia zoned away by a little tickle beam of Tassadar. Brian O'Neill comes in. This is just going to be a lurking arm out from Stukov to slow things down, but what's not slowing down is the damage into Hogger, and he's going to get picked off. It's going to be another kill over to the side of Mosley and the Arconauts. It is going to be 6 to 9 nice in kills, with a lot of shots raining into this enemy core. That's going to be 8. Almost evening things up here, is it's going to be 28 to 20 in core HP. Well played so far from Mosley and the Arconauts in the later half of this game, keeping themselves above water, staying cool in a lot of these team fights. That double altar phase could have gone very different, but picking off the Hogger really set up the win in that situation, and also bolstered the experience quite heavily in favor for our red team. I like the anchoring from Mei right now. She's able to provide some vision for the friendly team, as well as set up any sort of icing or ice wall to potentially get a kill. But the friendly team, they're mostly just grabbing the sapper camp to then get their own control of bottom lane. Fun little fact, I don't think it's actually consistent. It's anywhere from 12 to 12 minute 30 in game timer. There are 2 things that happen on the map, and they actually overlap, so it's a little difficult to understand it. But hold on, we're going to pause on that theory for a second, or that concept for a second. Nice blizzard after the ice wall. Pad is doing a great job with these Rain of Vengeance to slow down the enemy team. Murden pops the avatar form almost at full health, trying to step into the enemy's side. Vala did finish out that piercing arrow, puncturing arrow, as well as the Tassadar finishing out the level 1 static charge. So the concept I wanted to point out on the map is there is the center point that opens up at about 12 minute 30. You can channel it from your core area to get onto the map a little bit faster. What also happens here, you actually see 2 little icons on the right side of our screen that pop up. The other factor, which they're actually arguing about, is upgrading the bell towers. All of the bell towers go from fort experience, damage, and health to keep experience, damage, and health, especially in their scaling as well. So it's, if you've ever wondered, like, wow, man, these structures are dealing more damage, or they're harder to kill, is because there's actually a scaling factor on Towers of Doom, and it's one of those things that it's not very clear that it happens, but you can kind of see it on the sidebar, and then also as you sit there and do a little bit of the math. But we do have a triple altar phase. Looks like Leoric actually got the top left, stealing those 4 shots out. 24, 220 in HP, as it is going to be Shane taking a lot of damage on this Stukov, great force wall coming out from Miding, and is Robbie gonna live? It looks like it. This Lily's fast feed is gonna be just enough, and the chonking comes into Cassia. The Brightwing does go down. Leoric has forced Hogger away, and this is looking like Leoric is gonna be able to get the channel on the right-hand side of our minimap, and that'll equalize and find parity as the Shockray finds full distance damage. Let's not forget about Thermal Lance either, that big burst from that ability. A lot of the members of Mosley and the Arconauts are low in HP. Lily gonna come in and try and get some healing air in as well. Has the Water Serpent out. Pad steps in with the burst. The icing, oh, I thought it was gonna actually bop the Vala right out of it, but no, it's just enough. She stays inside the Blizzard. Great in tune, but the Hortipult gets the Hogger out. And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, the members of Mosley and the Arconauts, they have not only found parity, but they have found an advantage in this game number 1 here, as they are gonna be up in core health with the enemy team sitting at 16 HP. Oh, hi, Bahamut. How's the second shot treating you? I'm actually really good today. I was really good yesterday, too. The Monday, I had my shot on Monday, and I would say I had extreme, I'm not exaggerating, extreme arm soreness. Like, it was brutal to even, like, put on a sweater. Like, just trying to, like, get my arm lifted at all, it was a nightmare. Everything was like T-Rex. And then the second 12-hour stint was really bad. Super bad chills. Mostly just bad chills. A little loss of appetite. Little loss of, like, taste and flavor. But it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. And then I woke up Wednesday morning and I felt amazing. So we're good. We're absolutely good. A little bit of a little headache here and there, but I'll drink more water and I'll be fine. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it, Lingaria. How you doing, bud? Good to see you, Pat. Good to see you, Be Crazy. Just skimming chat as well, making sure I'm not missing anything. But thank you for hanging out, everyone. Thanks for the support. And I hope you enjoyed the Into the Nexus episode. As we continue into our game number 1. As I said, we're going to have a lot of Here's the Storm action for you all today, so we will continue into all of that. Davey, CTV, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. I will resend your alert when we get out of game, as we have those off during casted content, but that's a Vala getting chunked right there. The bottom lane fort still staying alive. Ball lightning bouncing from player to player almost kills Robbie, but the split from Arco was enough. Hogger actually goes down to the Leoric in the top lane. This is going to be a double kill in the end for the side of Mosley and the Arconauts, and the potential sappers to walk their way into the top lane fort. I don't think there's going to be a rotation quick enough from the enemy side, and this is looking like 5 shots into this blue core. Liquid Metal starting to hemorrhage a bit of health. Cassia does come in to try and stall things out with some Lightning Furies, but in the end, Rusty gets the channel. 5 shots rain in. We're looking at 11 HP to 20. Ooh, but Leoric tried to get the fort converted. They stayed a little too long and will be punished for it. Here's the thing, though. In the end, it is Leoric. They can cheat death, and you're actually seeing that happen right there, that Spectral Leech. You can actually... Does it say? No, it never tells us how much Leoric has cheated death in the UI. That's unfortunate. That would be a cool stat to be able to see, like, next to Leoric's name, like, if he's dead or something like that. You could see, like, cheated death time or something. Like, maybe his... I don't know, maybe there's like a secondary timer that's like blue and it shows how much he cheated death. It'd be cool. It'd just be cool. Like, it's one of those things that I always like to see the optimization, or how much value a Leoric's getting out from their trade, essentially. Icewall connects onto the Cassia. Great black hole to follow up. Shockray from Tassadar confirms the kill onto her, as the Stukov does go down. The members of Liquid Metal still trying to fight their way through this bottom lane. Another wonderful force wall from Tassadar, going to lock the Muradin down, forcing the Dwarf Toss out, as they did also already pop the Avatar form. That's going to expire fairly soon. Finds a double Stormbolt from this Muradin into the enemy team, but in the end, Leoric finds a wonderful Entomb onto 2, setting up the kill into the Hogger, staggering a death out. Next altar phase will be double. This would put the enemy team into 1 HP. That's a stagger death you do not want to see, as the altar phase is 30 seconds away. Stukov and Cassia will be up, and they can take the center channel point. I would assume this bottom one is given. This is the only one that the members of Liquid Metal could really contest over, in my opinion. Even then, though, they've got a Vala, a Stukov, and a Cassia. This could just turn on its head immediately, as Leoric is setting up the team for a W here, actually. If Leoric's able to get the center channel, or the center bell tower, basically, this is GG. Then it's 6 shots in. Robbie goes for the channel. We have the Tassadar going for theirs in bottom. And it looks like, in the end, this will be game number 1 over to the side of Mosley and the Arconauts, GG, well played. A great turnaround in the latter half of the match. As I said, Davey, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Glad you're enjoying the content, my friend. Thanks for hanging out. Don't Blizz track time while dead. I want you to all understand that the UI we use isn't even made by Blizzard. We don't even use Blizzard's AI or UI because it's not, doesn't provide us enough information that's good. Hey, Draco, welcome to the Discord server. Man, I think I need another cup of tea, honestly, chat. After this game, I think we need another beverage. The alias. Thank you for the hydrate. I just noticed that. I will hydrate right now. Ah, delicious. Thank you. Delicious water with a little bit of lemon in it. Happy to support anyone who supports the game. Cheers. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's really nice of you. Thank you. Thank you. I absolutely love this game. I absolutely love it. As much as I give some crap to the developers and everything, and to Blizzard, I absolutely love this game, and it seriously does mean the world to me. It's just a good time. I really cherish the people in just the community. All right, let's close all that. Let's get the second map open and ready to go. Let's also update the team score. Mosley and the Arconauts are up 1 in this best-of-3 series. Imagine Blizzard supporting HOTS. Imagine Blizzard fixing Falstad. I'm sorry, like, I actually, like, I didn't want to go into it on stream, because I was over on A-Move stream, and I don't, you know, like, it just feels a little rude if I were to go off on my own tangent about Falstad not being fixed, but, like, it's 5 weeks, team. It's been 5 weeks. It's like, it's been 5 weeks. It's been a long time. We get the Bird Boy fixed. Like, I'd like to see nothing wrong with auto attack build Falstad, but I want to see dishonorable discharge in competitive play. Is it viable? Is it good? Does it actually get picked? I want to know. Now even Jeff's gone. Yeah. That's unfortunate. There was a tweet by someone as well, and they were saying that there's like a lot of old guard that you all don't know that are still in the background and everything, and I'm like, that's cool and all, but like, there's one thing to have old guard and have them working on the game. It's another thing to lose a figure like Jeff. Like, that's the thing too, is you're not only losing Jeff, but you're losing what Jeff brought to the community, and I feel like there's a massive disconnect between community and making money. Not gonna get on this tangent again. Let's get into a game here in just a second. I want to see it in every non-competitive game also. Oh yeah, that's true as well. Yeah, having the bugged talent means that everyone who drafts Falstad pretty much goes that talent. Because, you know, having perma 25% slow on someone isn't totally broken in Heroes of the Storm. All right. Happy thoughts. I meant it. There was a way to see the stat. Just wait. What? Doesn't Blizzard? Oh no, the only way we see APM and time dead, that's because we're using a different UI. The Blizzard UI, like it takes up like a third of the bottom of the screen, which is just, I guess a better way to say it takes up a third of the screen. It's just it's not pretty. It's really hard to cast with it. That's what I meant the other day. I said that Blizz abandoned HCC for OWL. Hey Stark. Thanks for the hydrate. They kind of, I don't know if I would say they abandoned HCC for Overwatch League. I would say that Overwatch League fell apart because a lot of people have no idea how to manage esports, period. I would say that HGC wasn't abandoned for Overwatch. I would say that HGC was abandoned because it wasn't Overwatch. And Overwatch was doing best out of all the Blizzard products when it came to esports, so they wanted it to be like that. And then when HGC stopped, then they said, all right, well, we want Overwatch League to be like Monday Night Football. And then everyone was like, but that's not how esports works. And they go, but can you make it that way? And so, let's get into a game, everybody. I'm getting off the topic. Let's actually talk about heroes. We got games. Let's have some fun. On the left-hand side, we have the members of Liquid Metal in our Division E East matchup. Excuse me. Division E West. I knew I was saying that wrong. We've got Pat on the Lunara, Shane going to be on the Lucio, Sir is going to be on the Greymane, Sugarman on the Diablo, and Hogger to be played by Brian O'Neill. On the right-hand side, we have the members of Mosley and the Arconauts trying to look for a 2-0 in our best-of-3 series. Mosley going to be on the... Dear Lord, Gazlo. Meeting is going to be on the Orphea. Robbie is going to be on the Sonya. Bit of a role swap right there. Arco to be playing the Joanna, and Rusty on the Anduin. Okay. I really enjoyed Heroes of the Dorm. Non-meta ruled the tournament all the time. Heroes of the Dorm was not only one of my first LANs, but was one of the most fun I've ever had at a LAN. It was a really good time. I really like the hype, the energy, the crowd, everything about it. Heroes of the Dorm, I was all about that. When I got to cast TESPA Collegiate Series, that was a dream come true for me. So yeah, I absolutely agree. Heroes of the Dorm was super cool. It was also really great to give, well, college students an opportunity rather than just seeing pro players pick Malfurion, Greymane, and Nubarak every game. I also got to meet a few of my friends, actually, at Dorm. Like, I just looked over at Kaimo Tripson. I actually got to meet him, I believe, at the last Dorm there ever was. Technically, there was CEC, but it was rebranded. It wasn't Heroes of the Dorm. We legally weren't allowed to say Heroes of the Dorm. We had to call it the TESPA Collegiate Series. And then there was the CEC event in Texas, which I did not go to because I did not cast it, and I did not have the expendable money to fly. Anyways, let's get into the game, everybody. Here's the Dorm was awesome, yeah. Okay, all right, sorry. I know I keep saying we're gonna get into the game, but I do have one little thing that I remember. So back when it was in Detroit, and back when they're not in Detroit, but back when I lived in Detroit, and they put it on ESPN one of the years, I went to the bar, like, I think there was like I think it was on ESPN on like a Saturday, so I went to my favorite bar on like Friday, and I said, hey, do you have this channel? Can you please turn this on tomorrow night? I will come and sit in this spot, and like, I'll have a full tab of beers and like food and everything. He's like, hell yeah, dude, I got you. And I remember at one point, some dude behind me was like, man, who's watching this crap, blah, blah, blah. And I turned around, I was like, me. And then I turned back around and just kept having wings and beer. But it was super fun. It was super fun. Like that memory will stick with me forever because I got to sit in a bar and watch esports. Like that was the coolest thing for me. Like when I reminisce about Dorm outside of going to the LAN event or being able to cast. But anyways, really quickly, let me look over at my alerts. Ashen, thank you for gifting 5 freaking subs. Holy crap, bud. Thank you for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Holy shit. Thank you. You won the $10,000 bracket? Holy shit, Mosley. Nice. Wow, Ashen, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. You're so sweet. Thank you. I have been missing a lot of this game because I've been rambling about Heroes of the Dorm. So let's reel it in here, Bahamut, and continue to talk about this. Once again, Ashen, shout out to you, you wonderful human. Logan Good, thank you for the follow as well. Terrelin, good to see you. Holy crap. Chat, you're too sweet to me. Thank you so much, Ashen, again. Alrighty, we continue into these rotations. First objective phase is up and available. It is going to be worked on by Mosley and the Arconauts. Graslow already kind of set up here with one of the turrets out, but we have a Sonya on the point who's easily able to work their way through this. There's actually a lot of really good objective phase heroes on the side of Mosley and the Arconauts. You've got Orphea, you've got Sonya, you've got Gazlo. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, you actually have a solo lane Joanna, who's unfortunately trying to de-push everything down here. The swap off on maybe to the Gazlo might be a little more beneficial, but seems like Mosley and the Arconauts are fine with giving over a little bit through bottom lane, albeit it's going to be a well maybe in a front gate, whereas they're going to gain control of a Punisher. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, no. What I was expecting as I was watching the minimap is I was thinking there might be a collapse flank. Unfortunately, not going to be the case. Also, I'm not going to be able to see it in time. This is how much vision Sentinel Wisp is giving. This, you can see my cursor. This is the range. This is Sentinel Wisp right here. Why is no one killing the Sentinel Wisp? Why is no one... This is free information. Get rid of this. Sorry, but... Why are we still... Okay. 69 souls on Diablo. Very nice. Very, very nice. That's for an awesome end to the Nexus. Oh, Ash, you did not have to. Thank you so much. I saw you in chat. Thank you for the compliment. I saw you in chat. Thank you for the very nice words. I love watching CCL, and I can't wait for more Cho'Gall this season. Me too. Me too. I just hope that the teams are not cowards and actually pick Cho'Gall, and we don't have to wait till week number 7 for Wildheart to go. You know what? We'll just play it against Sidestep Kings because we guaranteed our spot in the top 4 already. Like, I don't want to see some comfort Cho'Gall picks. I want to see some not desperate. That's not the right word. I want to see some tactile Cho'Gall picks. Like, they want Lunara to see ultimate intimidation. I mean, you have a point. You have a point. It's just, it's interesting to me that we're not seeing, okay, no, maybe it was just that few couple seconds, or maybe, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, Sentinel Wisp is so much free vision, and you are aware that you're in said vision because there's that little red dot that appears over your head to the enemy team. So either way, camp on the right-hand side won't be invaded in time by Sugarman, who might have stepped a little too far into the enemy team's face. Orpheus chomping coming through. These endpoints, or these shadow waltzes, are going to be a great way for her to keep her mobility into Sugarman. But the Lucio is going to be able to sustain the Diablo for now, who's got 87 souls. It is going to be an auto attack based build Diablo on top of that, but a quick rotation into mid lane might actually yield a kill into this Greymane. Wonderful spear from the Sonya. First blood over to the side of Mosley and the Arconauts. Tryhard Cho'Gall. Yes, I want tryhard Cho'Gall. I want asserting dominance Cho'Gall. I don't want none of this, hey, I'm in the top 4 Cho'Gall, we can play it, we don't have to play it safe. Establish dominance. Bring it out in ice. You know what? Even then, you know what? If you're afraid of picking a Cho'Gall in the main season, pick it this weekend. It's Icebreaker Tournament, baby. It doesn't mean anything for points. There's no money. There's bragging rights and the potential that maybe one day I will hot glue together a bandit trophy for you, which is just going to be a bunch of like pipe cleaners that are twisted into look like a dog, maybe. I don't know. I'm just thinking of kindergarten crafts I can do for these teams. Maybe, something budget trophy. Invade onto the camp will not be quick enough, but the team fight does still exist as Diablo finds a shadow charge through Rusty. A lot of damage onto this Anduin, who's not able to heal up through the burst. Diablo finishes out souls as the Lucio amps it up, has the reverse amp as well, which is going to slow enemy heroes or... Actually, hold on one second. Oh, okay, it doesn't really matter. All right. I thought it was like healing reduction and speed reduction, but I guess it's just speed reduction. I've had it wrong this entire time. I knew that there was speed reduction, but I was like, I wonder, do you have healing reduction on that? No. Just CCL teams, assert your dominance with Cho'Gall this weekend. You know what? I hope that every team plays a Cho'Gall. There you go. That's my dream for the Icebreaker tournament. Really good bounces so far from Brian. Actually, well, I said that, and then there's a Gazlo bomb that comes out. There's going to be a leap in from Sonya. So much is going out onto the enemy team, and this is going to be an Orphea traded out for a Lucio. Greymane very low. Does manage to force the Joanna away, as the Hog Wild is going to be just perfect for Brian, able to sustain themselves. Lunara gets caught by a Gazlo bomb. Will go down. Explodium charge, actually. Excuse me. The Hogger will be the one to go down right there, not the Gazlo. I could not think of Explodium charge, but in the end, it is going to be a Arcane Punisher over to the side of our blue team, Liquid Metal, looking to potentially get some value out from this as Rusty gets chonked by the big boy here, the John Cena coming through the bottom lane. Reverse amp, yeah. I swore it actually did more than just slow. Well, Amp It Up is active. Healing boost deals 80. Oh, that's what it is. It isn't healing. Okay, sorry. I misread this. I was thinking that healing boost was going to heal up your friendly members a little bit more on top of the healing, and then there was, I don't know why. I don't know, chat. I don't know. Sometimes the caster just forgets exactly how talents work. But either way, so reverse amp, you have damage per second from healing, and you have slows. I knew the slows I knew that the slows existed. I just forgot, honest to God, what healing did to the enemy members. I thought it actually reduced healing. Unfortunately, it doesn't. That would be actually a cool thing with a reverse amp. You can either slow or reduce healing. It's not like Lucio needs more things, but hey, you know, why not? Lewd? Oh, I mean, this chat's 0 to lewd always. I wouldn't be surprised if chat was lewd. At this point, I expect it from you all. If you're not, I would say I would be worried. Signs, thanks for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content during the game. 13's up on both sides. Next Punisher will be a Frozen Punisher through the mid lane. Light Bomb out, Falling Sword. Does catch the toe of the Diablo. The follow-up damage comes through the Sonya. Chastise will connect. Big Grab a Bomb, big Crushing Jaws, big Diablo Apocalypse as the leap comes in from the Sonya. Small, short distance leap of faith from the Anduin will save Robbie. Really close right there. I actually saw the Blessed Hammers coming out from Joanna, and I was like, oh no, the Joanna's going to kill the... no, wrong team. Wrong team. Most great communities have a lewd chat. I mean, you have to. You have to. You can blame it on the vaccination. Yeah. That's the reason why my pointer finger is constantly black, is the 5G's been leaking out since I got my first one in March. That, and I can't stop buying Microsoft stocks. It's insane. I'm going broke, everybody. I just keep buying Microsoft stock. Unfortunately, this Greymane didn't buy any stock and is a little too far out in mid lane. Does get caught out of position. Another kill over to the side of Mosley and the Arconauts. As the rotation comes through, is there a Sentinel Wisp or anything like that? No, I don't think that... Yeah, they didn't even see that sneak into bottom lane. I was actually wondering if Mosley and the Arconauts were going to try and find a pick in the rotation, but not the case. Just laning. Continuing to soak up, as I mentioned, that Frozen Punisher for mid lane. Shadow Charge doesn't get the wall bang. Does get a decent amount of damage, though, into this Gazlowe, as the whole team's going to rotate in. Falling Sword, Light Bomb, they're trying to predict where the enemy team was going, but the enemy team went straight up rather than the left, as it was being expected. But now, is there a target onto this Hogger in top lane? You can see them coming through, but in the end, it's not going to work out. There is Gravel Bomb, Crushing Jaws up and available again with a leap follow-up. Wonder if that was going to be the case, but you do have the Hog Wild, which will not really allow that to happen. Diablo pops a raw Apocalypse, is able to find the... is able to find the Sonya. Leap of Faith once again saves them. Big Gravel Bomb, Crushing Jaws as well, but most of that lands on Diablo. This Greymane taking a bit of damage. The Hogger. I misread the model right there, as Hogger's backing off. Greymane I don't even think is in the engagement. No, there he is. He's hanging out. I thought he was still, like, maybe rotating from core or something like that, but no. Ooh, looks like we had a bit of a DC right there for a hot second. I forgot to turn off that chat, but we got... It's all good. No big deal. Bro, it's 2021. Get on the Bitcoin bandwagon. Bitcoin doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense. What happens if that one Die Hard movie happens where the internet and everything go out? Huh? What happens then? I mean, all my money is technically it's the exact same thing as, like, I would lose my bank account as well. So it's all the same. It's one of those, like, cryptocurrency. I don't have any interest in it. None of it catches my eye. I'm not even big into stock as well. Like, I have like a TD Ameritrade account that I put money into every so often, but I really just forget about it. I'm not a big... I'm not smart enough for it all. Anyways, what I am mildly smart at is talking about Here's the Storm, so let's do that, actually. Mildly. 16 advantage for the side of Mosley and the Arconauts. Wonderful leap follow-up to the Light Bomb, Falling Sword, Crushing Jaws, Gravel Bomb, Chomp, everything's there. Mosley and the Arconauts clean up this team fight, finding a quad kill. I looked at the top bar and I was like, wait, Diablo's up. No, he's not. He actually lost his souls. You can see right there that 0 black soul stone. He's also got no icon underneath his model. Unfortunately, the Diablo jump, or I guess the Diablo pull, is actually kind of yielding a potential death. Okay, no. Fort was dealing damage to the members attacking the Hogger and the Diablo, but it wasn't enough to actually threaten with that Anduin consistently healing up. Yeah, that wombo, that was beautiful. That was a really, really, really good wombo combo. just synergistically played everything about it. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss, my friends. It's 2-9 in kills, though. We are going to be seeing this mid lane keep potentially going down. I have not rotated through any of the other numbers this game. I just realized that I've been so enamored by the game, completely not by the fact that I've been just rambling about other stuff here and there. Either way, let's go ahead and check out those other numbers. We'll look at the 16s and the 20s as they do come through, but 16s are up, and we did get to peek at those for a wee bit. Gazlo is going to push out the top lane, allowing that, or guess forcing the enemy team to make rotations up there, but I'm peeking at the minimap. Surprised that the enemy team backed off of this camp. Gazlo gets scouted by the, there you go, gets scouted by the Wisp. The camp will be picked up by the members of Liquid Metal. Next Punisher will be top lane, will be Arcane Punisher. This is opened up against the side of Mosley and the Arconauts, so if Liquid Metal could find this Punisher, they might be able to breathe some life into this game for themselves here. They're not down and out by any means, but that 20 talent here is looming faster for the side of Mosley and the Arconauts. I agree, Bitcoin is not legit. Don't get why there's so much hype around it. Oh, he said it was a... No, I get... No, you're fine. You're fine. I don't understand it. Like, I'm just like... Because, like, I can see that, like... Because I have NVIDIA stock. So, like, if they put out a product, stock's probably going to go up. If they heck up their product really bad, it's probably going to go down. Bitcoin, it's just... I don't know. It just goes places. And I know what I'm saying is not like a correct correlation to the stock market, but for me at least, like, I can kind of understand why something would go up or down in value for a company. Whereas, like, as I said, Dogecoin, I don't know, it goes to the moon apparently. Son Jason? Adilek, how you doing? I think I said that right. Top lane, as I said, Arcane Punisher. Could be a win condition, or at least a win setup for the side of Liquid Metal. But the same thing actually could be said about Mosley and the Arconauts. There is the front gate still up and available, but their push potential is strong through their composition, as well as their Wombo burst potential. Oh, vision. Look at this entire vision. This is all vision from Sentinel Wisp. Look at that. Big telegraphed rotation coming in. We can actually go ahead and show the APM right now, as we are going to have a leap out, I think, from the Sonya. There was a Crushing Jaws. There was a Grava Bomb. Everything used on the side of Mosley and the Arconauts, as the Hogger ends up going down in this engagement. Arco getting a little bit low. Little Explodium charge on the ground to maybe push back the enemy team. Leap of Faith from Rusty will keep the Joanna alive, but no secondary Leap of Faith is available. No Glyph of Faith, because no 20 talent tier on the side of Mosley and the Arconaut. A 1-for-1, a bruiser for a bruiser. Our third objective, if I'm not mistaken, is up and available. Bottom lane does have Catapult coming through. Currently hitting for 570 into structures, as the Orphea clears out things in top lane and will find 20 talent tier through this. The Gazlo splitting off this far into bottom lane, it's not a bad idea whatsoever to push back one more wave, but I think they could leave it to the turret. Gazlo actually really needs to rejoin the friendly team so that this is at least a 4v4. Posit Spear from the Sonya. Just looking at 20s as well. Heaven's Fury for the Joanna, so you're gonna get cooldown reduction on that. No, what is it? The Black Hole, I believe it is, the 20 talent tier upgrade. Rusty gets dove on and goes down. The Gazlo doesn't make the rotation in quick enough, but Greymane actually is gonna get picked off, and now this fight is looking more so in favor for Mosley and the Arconauts, as the leaps from the Lunara coming through does save her. Unfortunately, the Lucio and the Diablo do get picked off. And in the end, it's going to be a 1-for-3 in favor for the side of Mosley and the Arconauts, as a bunch of retreat pings come out. Hogger not going to try and make some hog wild plays. And this will be a disengage. Maybe looking for experience through mid, finding parity in experience. But, as I said beforehand, this potential Punisher could be game-ending for the members of Mosley and the Arconauts. They've got it in their hands. Let's see what they're able to do with it, as, oh, they're doubling down for some extra camp pressure from Mosley to be able to have the enemy team deal with more in the lanes. Stefan Hacks, thanks for the follow. Ooh, Lunar, hello. It's just an Orphea Joanna, so I don't think you're that threatened. Sonya was to the right-hand side. Ooh, Gazlo gonna hold off for a few moments on getting this objective. We do have Siege Camp through mid lane. Both Siege Camps grabbed. Anduin backing up and available. I will always say this as well. While you are getting advantage on the map, you are opening up conditions for the enemy team to kind of get themselves in a comfortable place. Diablo gonna get back his souls. Everyone who died in the last engagement, Lucio and said Diablo, are back on the map. So Diablo needs to get one minion to be able to get souls, which is a big thing, especially with the defense coming in. Diablo actually goes for the engagement. The Apocalypse comes out. This is 5v4. Greymane a little far away, so it's a little even. Rusty getting very low. Crushing Jaws do come out. It's going to be a trade. Lunar for Anduin leaping from the Sonya into the backline. Hogger going to use the no control. Doesn't find a kill. Ends up going down themselves. Lucio going to get chomped as well as the Greymane by this Orphea, who's going to be able to solidify a 4th kill, resetting those souls on Diablo as the Gazlo, pushes in through top lane with this Arcane Punisher. The rush in through mid lane does come through. Orphea gonna mount up and leave the bottom lane, as it seems like Mosley and the Arconauts, they want to end game here. They want to take the series in a 2-0 fashion, and with 4 members down the opposing side and a very paper thin Diablo. This is, I wouldn't say paper thin, but a very easier to kill Diablo as the Punisher comes through with a jump. This is looking like game number 2 over to the side of Mosley and the Arconauts. They take the series 2-0. GG. Well played. Okay. Let's go ahead and get you all the stats. I'm going to quickly run to the bathroom and get another cup of tea going. While we do that, let's go ahead and resend some alerts. Once again, Ashen, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Signs and Stefan, thank you for the follows. All right, I will be right back. You can take a look at some of the talents. I'll be, as I said, right back.